Good evening, YouTube. We are live from lockdown. Don't adjust your things. I've changed my hair colour again. It's meant to be grey, but it's not quite as grey as I was hoping. I'm hoping it'll fade. Not that you all give a fuck about my hair anyway. You're not here for my beauty and salon tips. Although some of you should be, because there's some right fucking ugly bastards who watch this. I'll tell you that now. Got two great guests tonight. I am feeling, though, that I could be Terry Wogan with Oliver Reed on tonight, because one of my guests has been fucking drinking since 11 o'clock and he's still drinking now. So this could go one way or the other. It's either going to be hilariously brilliant or we're going to be ringing an ambulance to get him sorted out. I hope you've all been enjoying the good weather this weekend. It's meant to be fucking miserable next week. So I hope you've been out in your gardens, drinking your beer. Who's saying shave it off to my hair? I hope not. I'm not shaving off. Anyway, I'm drinking Strongbow again tonight. I might get a whiskey depending on how late on in the night we go. But I'm going to bring in my first guest, and it's Marcus from Dad and Lads Gaming. Introduce yourself, say hello.
Hi everyone, it's Marcus from Dad and Lads Gaming, and tonight I am on the lager.
Is that Brewdog?
It is, yeah, Lost Lager.
Fair play, fair play. That's one of them crafty beers more so than your standard generic that I'm drinking.
Yeah, it's like it's like a lager for cunts, basically.
Yeah, actually, that's probably very accurate, to be honest. And there's a few people who know why I think that. But where's Tommy? That's the first question.
I've got my phone here. He's under orders. As soon as I message him saying beer, he's going to bring one up. So later on, when I want another beer, he'll be able to say hello as well.
Fair play, fair play. Is he not having any beer?
Oh no! Tell you what, he's 16 now. I'm open mind. I'd let him have one, but he doesn't like it. So when he does, he'll probably be an absolute monster. But at the minute, not interested in the slightest.
My missus lad's the exact same age as your lad, and he's the same. He's scared of beer. Whereas I was saying last night on the stream, I remember when I was like 15, 16, mum and dad were giving me beers like just to shut me up and keep me away.
I think they mentioned last night about we were always drinking at the Christmas and all sorts, New Year's Eve parties when we were younger, a lot younger than what they are. It was just the norm, but like nowadays, he's not bothered.
They're too protected. They need to loosen up to the world outside, I think.
Yeah.
So should we get our second guest on before he's too pissed?
Yeah, get him in, yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Hello, chaps. It's David from David Plays Retro Games Badly.
I'm glad you struggled your own channel name, because I fucking do all the while.
I had to look because it's stuck at arcade machine to be right. I had to actually look, so I forgot. Yeah, I'm on here. I'm arsehold. Yeah, that's it.
Just move your arm a sec. Move your arm. Show him your stock of Stella.
We've got Stella. We've got a box. If I run out, we have a box. But I'm not going to say what's in the box because you all know it's more beer. Yeah,
you're drinking it straight from the can as well. You've not got one of them fancy Stella glasses.
No, they're for gays. No, we drink out of the can, and then we throw the can, and then we get another can.
Fair play. I hope you'll be throwing a few cans tonight. So, thank you all for both for coming on tonight. I know, obviously, I've had to work around your work schedules because Marcus, you're still working. Dave, you're going back. We had to get fucking Dave into the 21st century and get fucking internet to his room. Was the main concern.
I can't believe it works. It's like witchcraft.
Wait till you hook it up to your Spectrum.
It's the future.
It's the future. It's the future. Egg powered. I've heard it is.
Oh, don't mention that.
I won't be, but I guarantee the comments will be. Nice one, Dave. He's supporting a COVID shirt too. What shirt you got on, Dave?
It's a audio cassette C60.
Oh, I think someone thought it was what's it called?
COVID.
Yeah, COVID. Yeah. So the first question we like to get out of the way, it's usually the non-gaming question of the evening is how's lockdown been treating you? So what we'll do with the questions, if Marcus goes first, Dave, I'll give you a chance to top up your cannon before you have to answer.
No worries.
So Marcus, how's lockdown been treating you?
Well, no different for me because I'm still working full time. I work 4 days on, 4 shifts and 4 days off. My wife's still working full time. Tommy, as you know, he's in his final year at school, so he's now finished. But my youngest lad, who's a fucking nightmare, is at home under my feet all day long. That's the only bad part about it. He just tortures my life. So when I'm not at work, I'm getting tortured by him.
So are they enjoying the time off though? Because I bet they're getting obviously your youngest being homeschooled. Have you not got fucking Tommy applying for a job yet? Because I remember my fucking missus like apply for some jobs.
He started. He's hoping to start work apprenticeship on the 1st of July. So he can't wait, to be honest. He just the job's there. It's just whether the actual training department will be allowed to be open to train the apprentices. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
so he's chopping a bit to earn some cash.
Well, and spend it on games because he's not going to spend it on beer, is he?
Oh no, he's got loads of things lined up already. Xbox Series X and all sorts of things for Christmas time if it comes out. So yeah, he can't wait.
Nice one. So how about you then, Dave? We'll talk about the Xbox release because I think they're going to change that, by the way. But carry on, Dave.
It's been grim, to be honest. My wife's granddad caught it early on, the COVID thing, and he's ill anyway. He's basically got cancer in his lungs, so he ended up in our local hospital, and they basically said he was on end of life, and he wouldn't be coming out, and he is. He's coming out tomorrow. He must be indestructible.
That's pretty much the same as my mom because my mom's been ill and she's caught it while in there. And if I'm honest, I didn't think she was going to last the fucking day, but she's lasted above 10 days with it. Like, obviously, she's not getting better because we know she's ill anyway and she's on limited time. But she seems to be, touch wood, coming over COVID, which I never thought she would. I never thought, when you read all the stories in the news and everything, you think once she's got it, it's almost like a death sentence in itself. But it wasn't, luckily enough. Touch wood.
I think the scary thing is you can't be there for people. Once they go in, that's basically it, isn't it? They're on their own, and it is awful that you can't be there for a loved one. It's something that a lot of people won't have to ever go through, but it's not nice. It has been hard work.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like literally, Mom had been in and out all the beginning of this year, and then obviously the last time she was in, she's been in like 5 or 6 weeks now. But we've only been able to visit her for one of them. Then COVID broke down, which they did the sensible thing and cancelled all visitors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what they couldn't do is stop people coming in hospital who needed to be. So that's how the virus got into the hospital. But hopefully, both, as you say, he's on the way out and. Wood, my old girl will be eventually, sort of thing. But how about your day-to-day life in general? Because you've not been working, have you, the last bit?
It's been weird. I mean, I've not had this long off since I was probably 16. I've always worked, and to suddenly just have no work, it's a big hole in your life. And my company made it out like we were going to be off for months, so it was a big financial burden and a worry. And then building trades, they've all been sent back. We're all going back. I think most big companies are going back on the 4th. We're starting back on the Friday to get in front. And we'll be just flat out. I'll be on 12 hours forever.
Are you a trader then, am you, Dave? Are you a builder or?
I work for a building company. It's long and boring. I bet I run 2 kilns. They basically look a bit like a rocket lid on the side, and the spin, and they're full of fire. And we make stuff for blocks basically. See,
because I've not been in because I'm a bit different. I don't go on the big industrial sites. I do domestic mainly. Obviously I can't go in people's houses. The builder I work for, he does extensions on people's houses, so he's not going in. The last job I was meant to do is when I first started doing these streams. I think it was stream 1 or 2. I literally drove around every builder's merchant that I knew in blooming Birmingham. I even went to God, where's that shithole now? It wasn't Sandwell, Sparkhill or somewhere like that. Right rough hole, because I heard there was a little Asian fucking builder's merchant that I only needed 1 plasterboard. Couldn't fucking get one. And at that, I rung the gaffer. I said, "Look, I've been everywhere," and he just said, "You know what? Just knock it on the head. We'll sort it out." And I've not heard of him since, because we're meant to be starting a contract for Wolverhampton Council doing the voids. So obviously all that's knocked on the head at the moment, because they've not even got the staff to sort out rehousing people in. I think they're like all working on skeleton and maintenance stuff. So I don't think I'll be back for a bit. But unless I run out of, even if I run out of fucking money, if I've got no money, I can't pay no one anything anyway, so they'll just have to fucking lump it, won't they? You know what I mean?
No,
That's the way it is.
I've had that. I rent a couple of houses out as well, and you know, we've sat down with them, obviously at a distance, and if they can't pay the rent, then as far as I'm concerned, that's not their problem. I shoulder burden. You know, you've got to help people out. We're all in this together.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot. Any of us, we're all stuck in a situation that none of us want to be in, really, aren't we?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Especially Marcus. I mean, he don't want his fucking kids round his feet.
I'm sure most people feel
the
the same, don't they?
good people and the bad people, aren't you? You know what I mean? There's a lot of people doing a lot of good things out there, and there's a lot of arseholes.
Oh God, there's a. Stu reckons I should set up a Patreon. He knows that would be the last thing over my fucking dead body that I'd ever do. Stu did mention earlier on though he wanted to bring Marcus's quotes up from Facebook, and I was talking to Marcus a bit about this. You give both your lads a little bit of a hard time, don't you, on Facebook? It's quite hilarious and something that inspires me, to be honest.
The reason I do it is because Facebook's great. Everyone has these perfect lives. And if you see most people, everything's perfect. I'm always quite honest. I think my life isn't perfect. So I remember when Tommy once brought some food back from school. It was fucking hell. You could have cracked concrete with it. So I put a picture on Facebook and said, "Look what Tommy's made." And he made it with shit. I'm not going to pretend they're all perfect because they're not.
Yeah. You know what? I always think about people like that on social media who write what a great time they're having. They're probably having the worst time at all. And that Facebook is actually the life they wish they fucking had. I mean, I always joke, I am the least social person on social media. Like, if you get fucking 3 pictures a year on Instagram out of me, that's the most you're getting. If I write a status on Facebook that's not copied from someone else, it's going to be an essay and a fucking rant. And Twitter, fucking hell, I don't even know how to use Twitter because it limits my words. So I have to like readapt how I talk and cut out all my swear words to try and get it down.
I don't get Twitter. I just don't get Twitter. It. It's like a lot of adverts for yourself. It's just sad.
No, I think Twitter's the best one, mate. I like it.
Do you? Yeah. I can't. Yeah. I try. I keep putting the odd post, and I struggle with it. I just don't get it.
You can find and get more interactions with like famous people or people in the gaming industry on Twitter than you can anything else.
Well, funny you should mention that. Stan Collymore blocked me on fucking Twitter.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, well, it was good because I didn't like fucking Stan Collymore. And then Sido Berahino, who played for West Brom, my team, he blocked me on Instagram because I weren't even trolling him. Well, I weren't even trying to. I was just pointing out faults in their fucking statements, and neither of them liked it, so they fucking blocked me. Stan Collymore and Sido Berahino. So that's all I use Twitter for. Hang on, we got questions already. We don't normally have questions from the comments yet. Let me get my shit done first. What game is that behind David? So go on, Dave. Tell us what you're playing, both of them, because I don't think the Welsh lads are in yet, but you can still tell us.
I put this on for Welsh lads. This is Sheep and Wolf.
Which one are they? They're probably more interested in the sheep, aren't they?
Yeah, I thought I'd give them something to look at because they won't be able to understand us because they speak
porno for the Welsh.
Yeah. I think he's more interested in the one on the Tate screen behind you because I can't see the other one, the little flashy screen.
This one, I have no idea. A good friend, Stu, who I don't know if he's watching, Tootie, he sent me this.
Of course he's watching. He's got fuck all else to do with his life other than drink good.
It's Gunbird in the McBoot thing.
Gunbird, yeah, it says it there, Gunbird. Dave.
Yeah, it said there. It's Gunbird. I don't know.
So Stu sent you that, did he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Is it copy? Is it hooky? Or is it genuine?
Oh, no, it's definitely hooky.
Fucking... I'm sure he's got a pile of hooky stuff that he just tries to fucking pop off. And what's on the little flicky screen right at the bottom, Dave?
On here, we've got... I think it's Outrun Europa.
What size screen is that, Dave? You can't see that with your fucking aging eyes, surely.
I have to get really close. It's probably about 2.5 inch by 4.
Okay, now.
I used to watch A-Team on that.
When What? Yeah. What? That's
We
not
thought
your.
you were Babcock.
Probably so. Probably so. You've both got beautiful games rooms. Marcus, yours games room is like notorious for being the tidiest room I've ever fucking seen in my life. You know, traditionally us gamers have stuff stacked on the floor out of sight. Yours looks like it's fucking Barrett's showroom of a fucking games room.
It's not just my games room, Dan. It's everything. My garage is tidy. My loft's tidy. I just like things being neat and tidy. So naturally, these two games rooms are the same.
Stu saying, have you not watched Dave's video, Dana? Fuck's sake. That's his whole TV as a kid. I fucking don't. Stu, look, you know, Stu knows how it works. If I miss a video, I'm fucking useless for going back and watching it. Stu has this delusion that I've watched his fucking whole YouTube career. I haven't. I've watched from when I met him. And that's it. The only reason I go back through his videos is to take the piss out of him of like how he used to look and his fucking green and grey hoop jumper. That's it. If I miss a video, it's even worse at the moment because you got Big Game Al fucking releasing a video every hour of him fucking trying to learn to drive or something like that, and everyone else
He can develop that, Al, can't he?
You are
develop that. He should get, you know, like what Dave's got a 3-screen setup. He should get like you know, like them wagon driving simulators. Al, we could watch him just crashing all around Europe on it.
You know what the worrying thing is? You know, Al's job is driving up and down the country doing stuff.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I hope he's a lot better at driving his works van than he is for driving his fucking on Gran Turismo. So the next thing we like to talk about. Sorry, I'm just trying to fucking read the comments as well. Is that a box 48 behind Marcus?
It is, yes.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah, just on yourself. Yeah, that's
not the original one. It was a gift off somebody.
This is from Zombie Bob. That's your mate, in it, Dave?
Yeah, Andre, top bloke.
I'm not fucking saying his whole name because it's nearly as complicated as yours. What's wrong with just like one-word names, people, or two at the most?
To be fair, Andre's got best channel name of us all. It's a brilliant channel name.
You've changed yours, in it, because I keep going to say your old channel name when you had your last name involved as well.
I took my last name off because Stu kept taking piss out of me.
Stu takes the piss out of everyone, and he's got like the most fucking weird reason for a name of a channel than anyone. And everyone pronounces it wrong anyway when he comments on his buddy fucking what's his name, Bithead 1000. When he comments on his channel, he calls him Tut Yuck. Can't even fucking pronounce his channel name. He must have broke his little fucking heart. That did. So anyway, the next thing we like to talk about when we do these streams, before Dave gets too pissed and forgets everything, is watch your gaming history. Well, you are pissed, but before you get too pissed to remember, what's your gaming history like? So what got you into gaming and what got you to where you are now? So if Marcus wants to go first, Dave, don't drink too much in between, please, so we can get an answer from you.
Well, start in the 70s, late 70s. I remember my brother bringing home like this grandstand thing. You know, the ones that had like some paddles and a light gun connected to it. And then I was only quite young, but I remember thinking, I like that. And then after that, we were still renting a television at the time. And our mum and dad used to rent a television from the local TV shop for a little while. Loved the television. Then I've got 3 brothers. My eldest brother brought home his ZX81. I remember sitting for all 3 weeks to type up.
I don't mean to stop you, but is this one of your family members here commenting?
Yeah, I have a twin brother. Funny enough, that's him. He's as ugly as I am.
I just saw someone saying that you got. I had to check the name in case it was someone trolling. I thought, no, I think that's probably Marcus's relative.
So if you ever see me at an event and I'm ignorant, I don't talk to him, but it's probably him and not me. Yeah. So then that dickhead who just put a comment won an Atari 2600, and I don't know if you remember the Battle comic. At the time, won it, and that was like us winning like a fucking Xbox One X at the time. It was amazing. We won this Atari, and then it all led on from there. We got a Spectrum. I remember one year in the 80s, I was adamant I wanted a Sega Master System. Then about a month before Christmas.
What did you just say then?
Sega.
No, after it.
Master System.
Oh, fucking hell, you're a That's exactly how Gav said it. Fucking. It's Master System, not Master System.
This is how we talk over here.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so we I then about a month before Christmas, I said, "Oh, Mum, Dad, we really want an Atari ST now." And they said, "Too late. You've already picked something." But then at Christmas, we did get the Atari ST. So that was it from then on. My brother, we'll call him Dickhead, shall we? In the comments, he was working at a game shop in Middlesbrough called the Game Store. So he bought, out of his own money, he bought an Amiga. So at the time, we were lucky enough to have an ST and an Amiga set up side by side, just like play Link Play with them. That used to be awesome, that did. Then obviously I started work in 1990, bought a Jack Mega Drive with my first wages. And then after that, I got brother got a SNES. I got a Lynx. I bought a 3DO on release, which was fucking insanely expensive. Probably think I'm a clown for buying that, but I loved it. And then bought the PlayStation 1 on release, N64 on release, Dreamcast a couple of months later. Can you remember when they were trying to compete with PlayStation 2? They'd give you a free DVD player with it. I got one of them then. And then ever since then, it's been PC gaming for a time. Then after that, GameCube, Wii, 360, and how we are now with the PS4 and Xbox One.
So gaming's always been a part of your life then?
Oh, yeah. Always love it. I mean, same as you, Dana. Me and our lad always played football. Sport always came first. But we always had games, and we've always played games in the background after sport, you know what I mean?
I always used to class gaming as like my winter sport because I couldn't go out and play football and all that. I did most of my gaming hours during the winter time. Like during the 6 weeks holidays, I weren't really bothered with my computers at home or my consoles or anything like that because I'd just go out and play 8 hours of football a day, and that's why I used to be thin.
We backed right onto the school field, so just spent all our childhood just playing football on the school field.
We used to jump the fence and get fucking chased off by the caretaker every time, man. No matter what school we went to, we used to go out because we got a set of goal nets. So we used to go over and put our own goal nets up. We used to tie them to the tree. So there was like, remember the square Italian 90 style goals? We used to stuff like that so we could play football. But then we'd have to fuck off and run when the caretaker. I mean, we weren't causing no harm. We were just playing football. We used to fucking come and chuck us off every day.
It's different now for kids. On that school field, we played football. We had cricket stumps marked out on the wall. We had tennis thing marked out on the playground. We had BMX jumps and a mini golf course. You know what I mean? We used to do everything on the school field. Kids nowadays don't want to leave the fucking bedrooms, do they?
Nah. Funnily enough, you should mention that when I used to coach the kids football, I don't do it now. They used to always go because like they used to look at me like an old bloke, but then they used to appreciate I got a good touch. I could pass. They used to go, "Well, how you could come here so good?" I said, "Because you don't understand. I used to play 5 to 8 hours every day that I could." I said, "You lot just rely on me coaching you for 2 hours and our game on Saturday and Sunday." I said, "So how are you ever going to get anywhere near to that standard if you're not doing anything yourself other than when I'm coaching you?" But what I would say is the world...
not that talented at any sport, but I'll always put the effort in. So it's always been everything I've done. Not brilliant, but just get by, you know what I mean?
Football was my only real sport I was ever good at. I can play darts. I don't class that as a sport, but football was my first love, man. And but I think it's as well is I think parents nowadays, the world seems a much scarier place than when we grew up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's because you hear it, like, you know, every other day you've seen something posted on social media that's like a fright story to any parent to send the kid out. Whereas, like, you know, you only ever really used to hear the real bad stories in the national news back when we were younger, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is a shame, like, because, you know, kids should be allowed to go and play on the park and not have to worry that fucking something's going to happen to them. That sort of thing.
You mentioned earlier, like Tommy, I was laughing earlier about lockdown. He said Tommy's been in fucking lockdown for 6 years. He hasn't changed his life at all.
Yeah. It'd be more troublesome if they told them they'd got to go out.
I know, exactly.
So anyway, thank you for that story of your history. We'll get back to like your gaming and that a little bit later. So Dave, if you're still sober enough and awake, you all right, mate? You there? Give us a wave.
I'm still here.
Right. So tell us your gaming history. So, like, you got off the boat with Noah. What was the first system you got?
Well, to be honest, the first system I got was the wrong one. My cousin, I've got a cousin who's a lot older than me, and we used to go visit. You know, like you do when you're kids, or like we did. You go visit your family if they live far away. And my cousin had a Commodore 64, and I'd never played on anything. And I went to his house, and he showed me this thing, and it was like amazing. Could play games and shit on it. And I badgered my parents for one. What had won? Christmas morning, they bought me a Spectrum. And for about 3 hours, I hated them. Absolutely hated them. I was like, what you bought me this for? That's not what I asked for. I didn't want that. And then, my dad helped me wire it up and fired it up and played a couple of games like Checkered Flag and Space Raiders. And then I forgave them. And that was it. I was done. Specky through and through. Absolutely love the Spectrum. It's where it all started for me. And then I moved on to the Amiga. Amiga. It's funny. I was a big Amiga fan, and I used to take piss out of my mates. My mate had a Super Nintendo, and I take piss and say, it's shit. It's just Mario. It's just for kids. And I went round and he had Star Fox running, and Star Fox, is it Star Fox? Starwing, and I was proper upset about that. I went home and bought a Super Nintendo. Went and bought one, and loved the Nintendo. And then I moved to the PlayStation, and then I had a big gap because I was at the age of houses and work, and I didn't no PS2. No Nintendo 64, none of that. Missed it all, and didn't really come back to gaming at all till the Xbox 360, and that was it. That was it. I had a big gap and then came back.
So, like, obviously, you're one of. We've heard this story several times with people who've been on. They're really into gaming, then almost life gets in the way. Gets in the way. You just change your priorities, like. But you always come back to it. And I think if you're a gamer at a certain level, like if you remember at school, every kid was a gamer. Most kids had a games console, but not any of them now have them. If you were a serious gamer, you always seem to come back to it. And I'll even throw my brother into that equation, because my brother's 13 years older than me, so he's nearly 50. He was like probably a big influence to me as a kid, being the older one. He always had systems I used to play him. He still plays PS4 now. He still plays Warzone. He plays I think that's where I get my competitive nature from, because I always wanted to be better than him. And now that I am better than him, I want to make him know that I'm fucking better than him, sort of thing. But still, like, I'd still class my brother as a proper gamer because he's never had a break. He always has consoles at release. Like, he doesn't collect. He's just a gamer, Like some of the stuff here I've got is his. Like this is his ZX Spectrum under here, but he's always been a gamer. He's not a collector. He's got no fucking interest in anything. Like, I've got in my room. He keeps saying I want to come around and have a look, but I know what he means. He's going to come round, have a look what's fucking is, and then tell him that he's having it back, and he's got fucking no chance. Because I've cleared 30 years worth of loft dust off all that and got it working again, so he's got no chance. But so, Dave, you got back in at the 360. At what point did you decide I'm going to get back into it properly? I'm going to have a collection, and then we'll throw that to you, Marcus. What made you have a collection? So, if Dave wants to go first.
Well, it's weird. My wife watches a lot of soaps, and I fucking hate them. You know what I mean? We're burning passion. I mean, who gets Emmerdale? It's just drivel. So I was just bored, and one night I started looking at emulators. I started looking at Specky and Amiga emulators, and I had my laptop sat beside of me because the wife wants me to sit with her while she's watching her shit, but I don't want to watch that. So as long as I'm doing something,
shit,
but I'm near her, she's happy. So I downloaded these emulators on my laptop, and I was quite happy. I was playing some Specky games, old Amiga games, and then she bought me this like a little emulator machine, and I was playing on that quite happily, and then it broke. So I thought, where do I go from here now? That's broke. I've got the laptop. I thought, well, I'll buy a few things. So I bought a Specky, I bought an Amiga, I bought a couple of games. And then the next thing I know, basically our spare bedroom's just full of shit, full of plastic tats, and I couldn't move for the stuff. And it basically got to the point where the wife said, either the stuff goes or you go. So I built this room at the bottom of the garden, and I lurk down here. And the good thing about it is when I get more shit, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. You know what I mean? Because it's down here. I mean, literally, she came down for the first time last week in months, and she looked round and she's like, "You've got more stuff, haven't you?" And no. And she can't catch me out because she don't know. She don't know, you know.
So I've got a quick side question, because you're talking about soaps. So Sega Zombie and someone else asked, I think it was going Aldino, would you rather watch soaps or play Dizzy, Dave?
Watch soaps. I fucking hate him. He's a bastard.
We'll get on to your hatred of Dizzy later. So basically, you built the shed to hide away your collection. I tell you who's like that. You know, Ant Harper, my mate who I had on Retro Games Collector Ant. His missus hates seeing me turn up to his house. Not because it's me, because she knows I'm bringing him shit. And the last time, she smiled because I got some games in my hand and I said, "Oh, I'm taking these." And she goes, "Oh, that's good." And then she went into the kitchen and found a telly that I'd bought for him. Sat on the counter. I just walked out and I heard that. I said to Anne, she goes, "Where's this television come?" And I said to Anne, "I'll see you later, mate." But yeah, he sneaks stuff away, but Ant sells purely. My missus fucking, I can't hide nothing from her because I'm too lazy to put it away. I'll put it downstairs first on the settee for days, and then I'll put it up in the games room. She doesn't give me no shit about nothing, to be fair. She's a good one like that. So Marcus, same question to you. What made you decide to get a collection?
Key thing is, I don't really consider I've ever got a collection. I've just never got rid of anything. I've always tried to look after everything I've bought. There's been certain times in the past, our Spectrum, we had an issue with our older brother who used to go through a phase of selling it every other week behind our backs. But ever since then, I once got rid of the Mega Drive, Japanese Mega Drive, with a really good Japanese game collection, which I massively regretted at the time. I just got a car. And the Amiga, original Amiga that me and my brother had, got rid of that. But other than those two things,
is that Dickhead?
Everything. Yeah, that was Dickhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just never got rid of anything. So I don't. When I look at other people's rooms, they've got massive collections of games. I don't think I've got a massive collection of games. Most consoles, I'll have probably 20 or 30. What I would say, a decent selection of good titles for each one. I don't have loads, but I've got a bit of everything for every console. You know what I mean?
Mine's pretty much the same. Mine's just all crammed into. It's a box room. This is. I couldn't lie down widthways in this room. It's only 6 foot by 8 foot, but I've just rammed it full of IKEA cupboards and everything. And like, I get scared of taking it apart to clean because I can't remember where it goes fucking back. That's why I do YouTube, so I can put a YouTube video and remember where everything comes from. But you've got an impressive collection behind, some nice pieces.
Yeah.
Is that something?
Yeah.
On camera, say hello.
Put your head in.
Oh, yeah. What's the best thing about your dad being a games collector, Tommy, while you're here?
I get a bunch of free games.
Is that it? Thank you for your input tonight. I can see why your dad has to carry the channel.
You see how he played games, though? It's absolutely painful.
Oh, Tommy, if you want to talk, please sit down. Tell us about your dad playing games. Seth, come on. You can't make that statement and walk off.
He's absolutely shite at playing them.
What games is he terrible at? What do you see? Because I've got another question for Tommy while he's here, because we've got a little bit of a Fortnite squad on the go.
Oh,
there's
Jesus
me,
Christ.
Big Game Al, and here in Retro Reclaimer. Me and Retro Reclaimer, we're pretty shit hot. Al's terrible, so we need someone else to help us carry out. Are you in?
He's on PlayStation.
On Fortnite.
Fortnite?
I don't touch Fortnite.
Why not? I've heard you pretty shit hot today.
Yeah, I'm shitting it because I don't play it. It's crap.
What do you
No,
play?
come
Go
on.
somewhere else.
So why is your dad so bad at games? Which games is your dad bad at?
Just all of them.
Actually, doing it. We're going to start doing, now we've got like better kit in here, we're going to start doing challenge videos. So I'm going to fucking torture him on all the retro games that he won't be able to play.
I'll tell you a story while I go me. Yeah, my missus lad pestered me when he got FIFA 17. He said, "Well, can we play FIFA? Can we play FIFA?" And I kept saying no. One day I said to him, I said, "Yeah, we'll play FIFA. We'll play it in my room." I got fucking FIFA 95 out on the Mega Drive and fucking hammered him.
Get in there.
He didn't know what had hit him. He come in, I got it all set up because this isn't FIFA. When it fucking is, read the box.
The OG FIFA.
He didn't have a clue, man. The whole controller was just foreign to him. So Tommy, you've come in with big words now in these challenge videos. Do you think you can back it up against your dad?
Probably.
Well,
I'm
if
sure
you
he will
don't-
on some of them, but not all of them. I'll be okay on some of the older games.
Okay, Tommy, thank you for your participation. Don't forget to get your dad another beer in a minute, yeah?
Yeah, it's after you run up 3 flights of stairs.
Just jog. Don't fizz that can up because the last one nearly went everywhere, Tommy.
You know, don't be shitting the can.
No, that's stupid.
Don't be a shit.
Oh, okay.
Cheers.
We'll get on to that question now. Actually, now Tommy's been in. What's it like running a channel with your son and obviously your nephew's involved? Was that your main focus? We'll do the YouTube journey now. We'll do that YouTube journey, and you can expand into that doing the channel with your son. So just tell us your YouTube journey. What was you watching? What made you get into it?
Well, watching all these live streams, all these great guests coming on. I wish I'd done it years ago, but I didn't. I started watching YouTube just a short while before I started the channel, and I'd watch games room tours because I'm obsessed with them. I like seeing what other people have got, how they set things up, and it's helped me massively do these games rooms. But
Have you watched Schmups? What's it called? Are you watching his journey? Schmups Pilot 79.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. I just love seeing people do things with the rooms. It's brilliant. But it was actually the lads, my 2 lads, who wanted me to do a YouTube channel. So I typically did it all for them. They appeared in the first video, which is about stunt car racer, and then they both got embarrassed and said, "Oh, you do it, Dad." So now I've just been doing fucking boring CRT TV type stuff, games and stuff, until he's plucked up the courage to get involved. Tommy, and obviously my nephew now, our Graham's lad, loves doing it, but now we're on lockdown, so he can't come round.
Yeah, because he was becoming the new little star of the show. But what I will say is you can see a difference between Tommy now being a little bit more talkative than when he first started, man. And that can only be good for building his character as a person, I think. I
totally think it will. It'll bring him out of shell because you've got to be having a reasonable amount of confidence to do this, haven't you? Sit in front of the camera and talk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm a big-headed twat anyway, so I won't lie about it. You know, I think I'm the bee's knees at everything. But even my first videos, like, you know, I look at them and cringe, but it's definitely something positive that I've done. That's for sure. So who was you watching that made you think, you know what, let's do this?
Well, I've always been watching like the US channels, and it's all the type of stuff that Dylan would probably appreciate, but you'll hate, Dana. All to do with 1080p, all these wires, CRTs, VG, all that. I love all that shit. So I'll watch things like My Life and Gaming. They're my favourite channel. All the RGB series is really that's what I like. I like trying to get the best out of all these PVMs and stuff I've got. So I'm obsessed with it.
I mean, I've got a PVM mine, so I've got the Bang & Olufsen. I do appreciate it. But Dylan is next fucking level.
Every time you comment and take the piss out of him, I'm thinking, I was going to say that, but I'm glad Dylan did, because now he's going to piss out him for it.
You know what it is? Like, fucking... I joke about Dylan, but Dylan did used to seriously fill up my fucking phone with either limited run games, right? So, like, you get a picture of it like that, then one on its side like that. Every fucking angle, same game, and he'd send about 20 games, so my phone would be full of them. And then if someone mentioned a wire, oh, fuck me. And I'm sure Big Mike Houlihan was in the group, and I'm sure he used to do it on purpose. Because, one, you get a picture of the fucking wire, then you get a link to it, and then you get a fucking essay longer than fucking what I did for my English fucking coursework telling me about this wire. And I used to just write, like, I'll just fucking use my RF. But I get what you're saying. There's I don't like I like what you're doing to get them looking good on a CRT. I don't like people getting them on the modern screens. I don't think they look right. They look all out of shape. Even with these, I think the best way to play an old system, anything, I'd say GameCube, you could probably put on a modern TV, but anything previous
GameCube on my CRT, and it looks excellent.
But what I'm saying is it still has that capability where you could put it up to a modern telly. And anything before then, I'd rather see it on a CRT. That's just the way I am. But I'm one of these people who I don't even have an emulator. The only thing I emulate on is my Xbox, and I emulate the arcades on it because I can't afford an arcade machine. I have coin-offs. Other than that, I've got original hardware, original cartridges. I'm probably just a purist. I think it's all about the feel of it for me. Like,
Oh, I totally agree. I love having the proper tech on the CRT. I only emulate arcade stuff because again I can't afford an arcade cab. But maybe it's one day. But yeah, I love it. I love the original stuff.
yeah, for me, that's the way it's got to be. So you're watching all these Americans anyway, and they got that made you think, you know what, I'm going to do a channel like.
Yeah, then I was just bumming along doing a few videos. Then actually there was some lads in the northeast. Obviously, we're out in a limb here, really. And when I look at all you guys, you all tend to be quite Midlands or maybe northwest, maybe. So not near anybody. Don't all you lot seem to know each other from all the different events and shows. I don't know anybody. So there was a channel set up called the Button Bashers in Newcastle. Became quite friendly with them. Then I invited them down for the day. They did 3 or 4 videos around our house, and ever since then, I just thought I started making more of interest in checking out other people's videos. And it's right what people say. All this sub for sub horse shit is pointless. If you actually engage with the channels, comment the videos, watch them, invest in them, a bit of time in them, that's how you build your channel. And that's the best part about it. Because everybody who's been on, and you 2 guys here as well, watch your channels. That's the best way to do it. And I just watch all these UK channels now. It's fantastic.
I don't know what your brother's writing. Something about Tommy thinks he's fucking clever.
He's just looking out for me.
Is your brother any good at video games, or is he the shit one? That's why you don't collect them now.
No, what it was, him working in the game store just killed it for him. I don't know what other. I know I get the impression, like as Scott, Sig Zombie, a lot of people had their own maybe shops in the past. Well, he worked in the shop for a couple of years, maybe 2 or 3 years, and after that, he fucking hated it. So for years and years and years, up until Xbox 360, he couldn't stand gaming anymore because he'd had it like every day of his life for 3 years. But then he's come back in it we play online all the time now.
I think if you worked in a gaming shop that wasn't yours, I could understand how you'd fall out of love with it. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I come home from work, man. I don't want to be talking about fucking plastering, one. That's for sure. You know what I mean? And that would be the same effect. But I think if it was your own shop and you're doing it from your own enthusiasm, then I can understand what. Like I know a lot of guys who own their own shops now locally to me, which I've known guys who run their own shops since I've got to know them, and then guys who already have their own shops, and they're still gamers at heart. But as you say, if you're working for like a corporate shop, or even if you're working for someone else,
yeah.
You know, you're dealing with games become a hassle, right? Because you're so like say someone brings a game back, complains about it, and you got to change it and everything. You associate that ball ache with that game, if you know what I mean, or with the games in general, and you just think, you know what, fuck it, I can't be arsed with it. Definitely. What before Dave nods off, he keeps smiling. Is he still with us, Dave?
Barely.
Right. Tell us your story of how you got into YouTube, who you used to watch, what made you start doing it.
Well, basically, I've got my stepson. He's 17 now. He watched YouTube. He was watching people play games on YouTube, and I was like, "Why are you watching people play games? Just play a game." And I just didn't get it at all. I didn't get the YouTube thing at all. And I joined a couple of Facebook groups. I were on the Spectrum groups, and I sort of bumped into the Retro Tech 100 Facebook group. And I saw posts from a bloke called Baz Harding, and they were doing Spectrum games. He's got a great channel.
You can plug it. Tell us what it is.
Baz H, I think. Although it might be something totally different because I am shit and pissed. But anyway.
As long as you don't piss and shit, that's all right.
We don't know. It could go either way. But so I started watching his videos, and it was nostalgia for me watching him play. He plays mainly Spectrum games, and it was just nice watching him play the stuff I played as a kid. And I started watching, and then he suggested that I have a go at this. And I was like, no, that's not for me at all. I mean, I'm a private person. I just didn't fancy this shit at all. And he said, just have a go. And I did. And my first video, I don't delete anything. My first video is still up there. It's utter shite. But to be fair, all my videos are. I'm consistent. But it was a buzz, and people started commenting, and then you do a few more, and it just rolls on, doesn't it? That's how it is. That's how it is for everybody. I think if you're genuine and all you want to do is show some things and just communicate to other people, then this is enough. It's the people that want to actually make a living out of this, that want more. I don't get that. I don't get that. I've got nothing wrong with it. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But for me, it's just a bit of fun. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean?
The way I see it with YouTube, right, is if you naturally blow up, like if any one of us here in this chat or in the comments at the side, all of a sudden blew up, you were making a bit of money from YouTube, I've got no problem with that if you've done it naturally. And if you don't forget the people who used to watch you when you had fucking, 10 views or stuff like that, don't. I say this with work, man. Like, when you're at work and someone becomes a supervisor and they become a bit of a cunt and they start acting bad, I'm always thinking you're only one demotion to being back to where you was before, and you've got to fucking remember them are the people who you treating like shit when you were above. So you've got to treat people the same coming up as you are coming down. And I feel like that with YouTube. Like, I don't begrudge anyone making money off YouTube, as in like making it via doing good videos, getting the views, getting the subs, because Google's a multi-million-pound fucking company. I don't care. Make money off them. What I don't agree with is when people try and fucking do sob stories and get fucking donations. That's what rubs me up the wrong way. And also when they act like they're part of the community, when, you know what, I will throw it out there, none of these people are, because if they were part of the community, they'll have been in at least watched one of these videos or at least commented somewhere. None of them people are, because we're all below them and they don't think nothing of them. And I think fucking brilliant, because it means I don't have to fucking talk to them or have them on here for a star. The people who have been in here, even if it's just been for one stream or if they've been on as a guest, they're the people who mean the most to me, and they're the real people who are the community to me, and they're the ones that fucking matter. That's for sure.
Well, look at Pete. Pete's got a big channel. I like watching his content. He's still in all of our channels commenting. Make the effort to do that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Other than being a vegan, Pete's all right.
Well, that's a good one. Do you know my brother was in the chat? He's a vegan as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
They're not justice.
You know what? If I didn't have to give up cheese and sausages and burgers, I could probably do it. Because I only like processed meat. I don't like, if you give me a steak, I'd go, fucking hell. Give me a burger, I'll be like, fucking yes, get in. So, but I have tried the plant substance as well, fucking. But now I had a kebab earlier. Fucking, that's a story. My mate, right, he lives like less than 2 miles from me, posted this morning that the local KFC was doing deliveries. I thought, fucking brilliant. I rung Dad, said, Dad, I'll get us a bargain bucket, man. You can have some. So anyway, you have to apply for delivery online. Literally, it stops like half a mile up the road from me. They won't fucking deliver. I was considering fucking ordering it to one of the houses and just fucking standing outside for it to come. But in the end, I ordered
a telephone box.
Yeah, like back in the day, I ordered it to a telephone box and just stand there. And there was one of them that said the drive-through was open, so I drove to the drive-through in Halzo in Retro Bear territory, and that was fucking shut. And I'd got my heart set on this KFC. I've never been so fucking devastated in my life. So in the end, I had a kebab to cheer myself up. What's wrong with fucking vegans? They always moan about people who say stuff's wrong with vegans. There's your answer.
Totally agree.
He doesn't torture us about it. He just gets on with it.
Does he? Nothing. Yeah. Look, don't get fucking writing insulting comments in my chat. Just do another lettuce or something.
Good.
Talking about community, Dave, you've been around a little bit longer, but Marcus, how have you found the community since you've come in? Because as you say, you were just like button bashers and then it's expanded from there. So has it been positive? What sort of channels have you spoke to that you enjoy and enjoy their content, enjoy their interaction sort of thing?
Well, I know you two guys, the Retro Tech 100 groups, really, really good. All guys into similar things.
My mate, You've Been Gamed, would disagree with that.
Would he?
He only
There's a
posted
mystery
2
there.
fucking videos of his channels, and someone kept complaining he was spamming. Well, it's an in joke now that we fucking rip him about it.
Well, I've always found them really accommodating. They're nice guys, and I've subbed to like most of the channels in there. They make similar content to what we do, and that's it. Again, it's just building your little communities up. I mean, I used to I wish I'd, like you said, discover YouTube years ago, but I used to be heavily into the retro gamer forum. So because of that, I used to go. I went to an event in the early 2000s in Huddersfield. I haven't been to one since, which I'm determined to change. But I used to like the forum type thing, you know, chatting to people on there.
See, I used to be involved in forums, but it was just for like specific things. Like I was involved in a FIFA Online forum back on PS2 days, and I used to play this game. Fucking, it's made me remember it now. It was called WCCF. It was an arcade game, but the only way I can describe it is, you know, your match attacks cards.
Yeah,
Did Tommy ever collect match attack?
I did, yeah.
They had these cards that were black on the back, and you used to scan the player in. So, but these were like, you could have legends and everything. So you used to put your formation in on this big screen. It was Sega, and then you play like a dream team match against someone against the world. That was I used to play that all the while, man, and it was fucking brilliant. But I was in a forum for that called I think it was called WCCF Worldwide. But there were, if you imagine each country, certain cards were rarer than others, and there was 3 cards in England that were really rare. And there was a guy in Japan. He run the forum called Tiger Guy. Fucking, I remember it like it's yesterday. Everyone thinks we're going to be on about Joey Exotic now, but me and my mate Sai, who we used to finish work on a Friday, and we'd go up. It was when we first started work. We'd go up, finish work, and each game, if you won, you'd get like a pack of cards with different cards in. So when we got these 3 cards, we'd send them off to this guy, Tiger Guy in Japan. And he would send us like a wedge of cards like that because these cards were that rare. But like they'd be written Japanese, but they'd still work the same. Like, and I always remember he had this little group in the forum called Tiger Guys Circle of Trust, and that basically it means like that you'd completed deals. And me and my mate, we still laugh about it now, like that we used to be in Tiger Guys Circle of Trust. But because he run the forum, he'd send you pens. Like we'd send him 3 cards in a fucking envelope, so we didn't hardly pay any postage to Japan. He'd send you a fucking parcel like this, rammed full of stuff.
You need to get in there with him. He might be your Japanese contact for all the games now, mightn't he?
I know, yeah. I actually tried like a few years ago to see if it was still running, because I found one of the pens when I was tidying out my box of cards. Yeah. I thought, I wonder if that form's still, but the domain name's dead and everything. So, but yeah, like that was my only interaction with forums. And to be honest, I'm pretty shit on the Facebook groups, as you'll notice. Like, if I write anything, it's obviously something sarcastic. It's the only time you'll see a comment.
I've always liked it. Was anyone in the chat in the Activision Club? I was in the Activision Club for the Atari 2600. Activision Club.
I'll see if anyone says they were, because they'll get through to the comments. Probably what some of the older ones.
Actually, Dana, I actually had a pen pal. There was a pen pal section. I got a pen pal from that.
Oh, hang on, Razza says you never mentioned an actual good game you play. Give us some. Right, Razza said, Dainster, hurdy-gurdy, FIFA card, wanker, gurdy. Right, Raz, I'm playing a game, right? It's called Stranded Deep. It's on the PS4. It's $15.99 currently. Clearly, you didn't watch me fucking stream all the way through last night, you Swedish knob. It's a very good game. You won't like it because it involves an amount of effort and intelligence. Go and play fucking Mario or fucking lick your Switch, whatever you do, and just stay in the comments, Raz. It's a good job I like him. Otherwise, I'd give him some real shit. All I play is FIFA and COD. It's because he's Raz is very old. Like he's like the Swedish people. They don't age like normal people. Raz is actually 97. So like his reactions or everything are really, really slow. Yeah, if you add Raz on Facebook, his Facebook photo is actually like 70 years old. It's black and white. So yeah, they age differently to us, the Swedish.
You use one of them Instagram apps where it makes you look younger.
No, it was just took. You know when they used to have the cape over them and they used to go like that. That's when Raz's Facebook photo was took. But yeah, his reactions are very slow. So he only plays like I think point and click games or fucking maybe like a Brain Trainer on his DS or something. That's all Raz does. Your brother says he likes Raz, so that just sums up your brother in a sentence there.
Yeah, anything waiting to be awkward, he will take that avenue. So if someone's being awkward, he'll like them immensely.
Oh, he'll definitely like Raz then. Raz fucking gets his toast out of a toaster with a fork because apparently that's how you do it in Sweden. True story. Anyway, we'll ask Dave about the community while he still remembers he's part of it. So how did you find and get interacted into the community, Dave, and how have you found it since you've been part of it?
I don't fucking know. Yeah, I just sort of bumbled in. I think that's how it works, isn't it? You like something, and then it just sort of snowballs. I started with the Specky community and watching.
Weird bunch they are. Weird bunch, the Specky community.
There's some fucking assholes out there. I don't get it. I don't
mince your words, Dave.
I don't
Well,
get.
tell us how you really feel, Dave.
I don't get why you can't just love something and be a nice person. I mean, it's where it started for me, the spectrum, and I love it, and I love people that want to be involved in that. There's a lot of fucking freaky weirdos out there that want to tell you you're wrong. You know, there's people that like that bastard egg thing. They're all wrong. It's a shitty thing. You know?
Okay, we completely forgot about your pen pal.
I didn't. No, he lived in. Where was Last of the Summer Wine filmed? He was there. He wasn't from the Lake District.
He's an asshole.
In the lake. Oh, I've been to where they filmed fucking.
They
filmed Emmerdale as well in the same area.
Hornfirth it was.
Yeah, they're all assholes.
I remember doing it. He was we're from like a council estate, and he was posh as fuck. I rang him once. He sounded very, very posh. I just talking about a duck out of water. I didn't have a fucking clue what to say to him.
Say fuck off, we're all assholes.
Davey, you're all right. X-Files says Amstrad 464 for the win. I've not spoke to X-Files, but I totally agree with him. Amstrad 464 for the win.
No.
I've never been on one.
Have you not?
I've got a story about one though.
Tell us the story in a sec, but I'll describe an Amstrad for you. Imagine like the graphics of a Commodore 64, only slightly better and more colours. So it's way better than the fucking Spectrum 3 colour and the fucking brown palette. The gameplay can be questionable sometimes, but it's still fucking better looking. Dave, we're not asking you, so don't just shout arseholes. We're listening to Marcus's story.
I can't. No, arseholes. The Spectrum is the only answer.
No, you're wrong, Dave. You do know I have the power to mute you.
Oh.
So tell us the Amstrad story, Marcus.
Well, the story is I nearly played on an Amstrad as a kid. One of my best mates, there was a really busy dual carriageway near us, and one day he decided it'd be a good laugh to tie cotton across the dual carriageway. Obviously, he got fucking hit by a car, nearly killed. And then after he spent about 6 months in hospital, he was at home with an Amstrad 464. So our Graham would go around and say, I've been around Glenn's playing an Amstrad's beauty. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not bothered about Glenn, like, really. So I'll go around to play on his Amstrad. Every time I went round, I wasn't allowed in. I was desperate to play on his Amstrad. So anyway, I didn't go on the Amstrad, so fuck him.
I'm just reading because someone said Alan Sugar was asking people for Amstrad stories.
I saw that.
I've seen Dave, fucking Sir Clive's not asked you for fuck all, has he? So be quiet. Sir Clive couldn't run fuck all. Sir Alan had to save him, didn't he? But to be honest, I loved the Amstrad growing up. Someone said about Fruit Machine. I remember playing that, and the inlay had like the order of the reel, so you know how many nudges you needed and everything, man. But if I had a question for Alan Sugar, I'd say, how come every fucking first Amstrad you sent everyone didn't work and we had to get a fucking second one? That would be my first question. It weren't the computer, actually. It was the monitor. My monitor blew up my green screen. And when I sent it back, I got a colour one in exchange, so I can't really fucking moan because I got upgraded. But it didn't match my fucking Amstrad. It was a white monitor with a grey fucking keyboard and stuff like that.
Can you remember when he made that dual VCR deck Amstrad so you could record your videos on it?
No, I didn't. Nah.
It was fucking massive. It was
Hang on,
really...
I've seen one at the boot sale. I've fucking seen one. But then he almost fucking defeated his own object, didn't he? Because like everyone could fucking pirate everything.
Exactly, yeah.
So, because I think he was one of the first ones to do the dual cassettes as well, which then also automatically fucking ruined fucking making games. Because other than like the ones that had the code, you could just fucking pirate them.
Did anyone else? Do you know when you were at school, you'd obviously copy Spectrum Commodore games for your mates? Did anybody, if someone you didn't like asked you to copy a game, did you ever do it and just pause it for a second halfway through? So he'd load it like, 5 into the game that it'd turn off.
I did that.
I never did that. The running story with me and Amstrad tapes is that I used one of my copied games for my German fucking speaking exam at school. So it was Russian roulette with a teacher, which side she put in, whether she got loading sound or if she got me talking bad German. And the best thing is I remember doing that because I knew I was failing German. So like when people were recording it and they made a mistake, they'd rewind and re-edit it. Well, mine wasn't. Mine's like my YouTube video. So I say something wrong and I go, oh, fuck. And I just left that in for the teacher. Just left it in there. Got a question from Planet Retro. This could go awfully bad, but I'm going to ask you. Ask Dave who the biggest arsehole is on YouTube. You don't have to answer.
I think President Top Hat Twat. I fucking hate him.
Yes, he has massively upset me and several others in the community with.
Yeah, but it goes back further. I don't know.
I've had rants with him before. I've had conversations and fallen outs with him before.
It was the NHS thing for me that put me off him ages ago.
See, this is the thing, right?
Rob Bell, the Lord Such. I don't know if you watch his channel or not.
I remember that, mate. Yeah, I remember that.
He used some of his material.
Yeah.
He stole his material and he was just basically an arsehole about it until so many of us went, no, you used to come, just sort it out. And then he sort of did this sort of half-hearted apology. But I don't watch him, but I just like, you're just an arsehole. You're just an arsehole. And you're just a waste of space. It's not what this is about. We do this just as a bit of fun. It's a way of reaching out to people. And he's just leeching. I just hate him.
My biggest pain is he's over 400 Patreons now from doing that sob story. Now, in a time where we shouldn't be taking any money off people that we don't need to be asking for it is massively wrong. And all I'll say is, if you agree with the statement that Dave has write a 1 in the comments, and that's it. But I agree totally. And we'll move on for him because I don't want to give him any more fucking hours or minutes being mentioned on my channel. Because he's not. I'd love him to come on as a guest. I reckon he'd fucking last as probably long as me in bed now. Fucking, you know what I mean? And he'd soon be fucking off. So if you agree with Dave's statement, write a 1 in the fucking comments. You don't have to purge it all yourself or whatever fucking word it is. So we'll talk about the 360 with you two because I'm a complete novice at it, but you two are both obviously into it. So start with Marcus. What was the big love for your 360 and what are some of your favourite games?
Well, I remember at the time I bought the Nintendo Wii on release, loved it, and I was happy with it to be honest at the time. But then my brother was in the chat. He bought the 360 and my oldest brother did as well. So I remember at the time watching what was the game? One particular game I watched, first HD game I'd ever seen. Tommy's here. What's that game you played number 4?
What?
What's that game you played on PC?
Which one?
The one Uncle Graham played.
Can't remember.
You fucking clown.
Tommy, your Uncle Graham said he's going to beat the fuck out of you for something. So what have you done?
Oh.
He said you were being cheeky.
Oh, right, okay.
He said okay. He's happy about that.
Do you reckon you could take him or not?
Oh. Well, obviously not. So I'm 16. He's like a fully grown man.
Look, mate, do you want some tip? Take him to Dick Kick City. No one gets out of that. No one gets out of Dick Kick City.
Right, yeah, okay.
Right, off you pop, shut the door behind you.
Don't get shaking them fucking cans on the way up.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, he didn't know that one was okay. That one, he's learned.
Okay, he's learning.
It took him the third can to work it out, like not to shake it.
I haven't shook any of them up.
The first one was horrendous, Tommy.
Oh, it was shocking.
You're gonna have to clean the table tomorrow.
Cry me a river.
Yeah, so I remember playing Gears of War with my brother, and then for me, you'll notice some of the other games rooms. Other people have just one TV, shelves everywhere. All my rooms are about playing with other people. I like people coming around, so I love playing online with my brothers, and that's what I've always done on the 360. And I've always preferred like Gears of War and Halo, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I used to like playing multiplayer back in the day, and obviously when online came about, that kind of still is now because I don't want my fucking brother around my house, if I'm honest. I have to even fucking stay up his house and I'll play online with him on PS4. I don't need him here with me. Because to be fair, he used to end in fights when we were at mum and dad's house. Like, bear in mind, he's 13 years older than me. Like, we've fucking pulled each other's Ethernet cables and shit like that in arguments. And he's broke my pad. He's broke my fucking PS2 pad and swapped it with mine and thought I'm buying a fucking new one.
Well, we're playing the Division 2 at the minute, which is ironic because it's a game about a global pandemic. So it takes my mind off the global pandemic, you know what I mean? So I create a clan for us, and I'm playing online with me 3 other brothers. And because me and our Graham are obviously twins, we look out for each other. We made ourselves the leaders of the clan. Our other brother was just a private. He fucking probably kicked off about it because we made him a private in the clan. And then he wouldn't play online for like 3 months with us.
Fuck yeah. It gets deep, man. It gets deep. Oh, someone's, what's it called? Graham saying Rainbow Vegas.
That's one of my favourites. Even now when mates come round, that we can play the Xbox ones, but in the other room, we Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. Love that. Absolutely awesome.
See, I've never got into the Rainbow Six series at all. I do think I own some of the games. I can be very linear, which I don't want to say because fucking Raz will jump on it, but fuck Raz.
It started with a PC, to be honest. Me and my brothers were all in a Ghost Recon gaming clan on PC. So ever since then, we sort of gravitated towards the Ubisoft online games based, and that's what obviously Rainbow Six is.
I'm pretty sure one of the former tubers who does sometimes watch this channel, Matt Soulfunk Retro, I think he works at Ubisoft, or he used to, definitely, because he used to show us some of the games he worked on. I'm sure he worked on one. Did Ubisoft make one of the Harry Potter games or some of the Harry Potter games?
Oh, no idea.
I've not played them, but I think he was proud of Punch that he did something on it. I was like, yeah, I don't like Harry Potter, but no, I'm sure Matt he definitely used to work at Ubisoft. I'm not sure if he still does. So, Dave, before you nod off, Xbox 360, what made the Xbox 360 be the system that brought you back to gaming?
I think Fallout. I enjoyed Fallout.
Fallout 3, we're talking.
Yeah.
Brilliant game. Brilliant game. See, Raz, that's not fucking COD, is he?
I love something where you can just dive in and just wander about and find an hole and just delve down there and wonder about. I like a game where you don't have to follow a certain path.
Stranded Deep. Not that I get anything if you sign up for it, but Dave, that I've said I got Big Game Al to download it. It was Craig who was on last night, Super Quintendo, who mentioned it in our FIFA chat. And I liken it because everyone used to slate No Man's Sky when that came out, that it was a broken game. But that was that game where I could just sit, chill, explore, do what I wanted. And Stranded Deep's very much the same. It's just a game you can get lost in. And I found myself I said to Alex, I said, I'm just going to build this base and then I'm going off. And I built the base and I was like, oh, I've got time to do something else. And before I know, it was like 1:30 in the morning.
No Man's Sky is amazing in VR as well. Free VR patch on it.
Is that?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I've not played that for ages. My VR is just collecting dust, to be fair, up there. Expensive fucking money.
I'm playing Lost Odyssey on 360 at the minute.
Oh, yeah?
That's really good. Very like Final Fantasy.
It's a JRPG, isn't it?
Yes.
You've lost me there, man. I'm not into RPGs. Although I suppose, how you progress and earn skills. I suppose in a way that survival game is like a mixture of an RPG because obviously you learn new craft skills. But the way I could describe it, I suppose, it's a little bit like Minecraft for adults because you have to forage for trees to build your base and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
you get out by fucking sharks. My raft flipped up earlier and fucking got out by a shark. It really pissed me off. But it is a good game. Not that I get any commission or anything. Someone's talking about Tony Hawk's in the comments. Obviously, it's not Retro Bear. So, Dave, I want to get onto your hatred of Dizzy. What is your problem with Dizzy?
It fucks me off that people are obsessed.
I'm only
with
asking because the Oliver twins are in the comments, and I want them to know what your opinion is.
You bastards! It just fucks me off that it's put up as a Spectrum, like a monument. It's this special thing, and it's not. It's a shit game. That's just. It's not. There's so many.
Name me a better platformer then.
I go for Spellbound. Spellbound's so much better. There's so many better games for the Spectrum, and they've sucked up to the community, and they're obsessed with this thing. This is also, we will sign your fucking pictures and your posters and your t-shirts, and they're just wankers.
What I will say, like, is I think Dizzy's probably more of a UK icon. I imagine if you asked about Dizzy on the Spectrum or on the other systems in Europe, he's not as highly thought of. But also, he's probably the closest thing that comes to a mascot for that generation.
No, it's not. They're just assholes.
Who are we saying then? Spellbound Dizzy, is that the one you like, is it?
I like Spellbound. I think Spellbound's a really good set of games. But there's so many games. You don't need to look at Dizzy. You know?
I like Dizzy. I think it's a good game. But I've got a question for I'm assuming it's one of your mates.
Is he spelled
Real
shite
generic
wrong there?
demon. Dana, ask Dave about his Shire. Where's your Shire?
Shire?
Yeah, have you got? I don't know. He says you've got a Shire behind. It's behind you. I don't know. Is it your horse or something? Dizzy Shire. I don't know. His Magic Knight series. I don't know. I'm just reading his comments.
Magic Knight's part of the that's a series I'd really like to try, but I haven't got round to.
I mean, yeah, they're saying here Horace was an attempt at a specky mascot. Fucking Dizzy looks better than Horace.
Yeah, but Dizzy's a twat.
Is it just because you can't play the games?
No. What? I can't play the games. I'm shit at them all. But Dizzy's a twat.
Okay. So do you purposely play the games badly for your channel's name, or are you just shit?
I am shit. I am really shit. Consistently, you know what you're getting. I am shit.
I've got an idea anyway for a series for your channel. It's called the 3Ds. Dave's drunk, Dizzy. So you play Dizzy when you're drunk. That could be the fucking making of your channel, Dave. 3Ds. Dave's drunk Dizzy. Fuck me, I can't even say it and I come up with it.
Oh, Dave does Dizzy.
That's a completely different one that I'd have to go on after the watershed.
You get arrested for that.
I'm sure Octavius Kitten had that one covered with Horace, though, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, while we're talking a little bit about YouTube and gaming, Marcus, what's the plan for your channel? Like, you know, obviously the challenges was something new that's coming. So, talk a little bit about that, the channel in the future, what your idea is. Obviously, to get Tommy to say more than a sentence of video would be a great achievement.
I mean, eventually, what I want to do is I'll challenge Tom with things, but I want to do it where me and a friend my age or similar age will come and we'll challenge Tommy and Jake to things. I like stuff like that. I like pick-up videos, which we'll always do when we can. And I like our little update videos every month where we've seen what we played. That does tend to be more modern stuff, but I'm trying to get him to play an older game every month. I'm not like precious about it. If we never get any more subs ever, I don't care. We're enjoying doing it, and it's becoming more and more enjoyable. Now he's getting involved, and that was always the thing for me. Having a good laugh with my son, basically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I know I've spoke to you about he's coming on leaps and bounds. Like Just Man, probably when you first saw the channel, he wouldn't have fucking said nothing like that. He'd probably hid away in the background, which is brilliant. But also the VRs, I think Dave's one of the guys who started doing them. I think they're brilliant for the community at the moment. I
did the first one this week down it and loved it.
I watched it at 1 o'clock. It popped up, and I thought, "Oh, I'll watch that," because I'm not sleeping at the moment, and I enjoyed that, man. There was like when you said X-Files, like that just rung bells to me, man. And we were talking about that in one of my streams. Like I remember X-Files coming to like the UK and like then Lost. They were like the beginning of let's send the big dramas over to the big American shows over to the UK. But we were always
the excitement of watching one episode a week. Whereas instead of binging everything, it took you like fucking 10 years to watch a TV show, didn't it? Whereas now you watch it in like 3 or 4 days.
Dickhead says, I'll play with Marcus against Tommy and Jake. We decimate the little shits. So how about you, Dave? What's the plan for your channel like and your collection in general? Are you going to do more drunk videos? Because everyone's loving it in the comments.
For the channel, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about taking a break, to be honest.
What for? You got fucking nothing. You got nothing to do, Dave. You might as well. We could be having fucking people taking breaks, Dave. I'm just bringing everyone back.
It's getting away with drinking.
I'm back at work, and it's just I'm not feeling it at the minute. If you know what I mean. I think I need to find like I don't know. I'm pissed. A gap or a point. Does that make sense?
No, you fucking totally lost me, if I'm honest.
I want to do something that people enjoy. That's the point. Yeah.
Well, I just told you, Dave's drunk.
I enjoy what you do, Dave.
In doing the same that everybody else is doing. I want to do something that people want to watch.
The 2 VRs you've done were really good, mate. The 2 VR questions that you did to the community, they were really good. They were. And I
love the VR questions. I love them.
I think you could probably do one of them a month, man. That could be like one of your things. Come up with some snazzy title for it, because definitely, what's it called? The 10 games that people have found through gaming. That one's done really well.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that. I love interacting with people. If I'm not interacting with people, I can't see the point.
Then maybe VRs are the way to go, mate, because they used to be a massive part of this community when I first started.
Yeah.
And they're starting to make a comeback. And definitely if there's like one channel like yourself who, I don't know, you do a monthly question, that would be fucking brilliant, because like Cojones Deloro says, people don't appreciate the content they're sending out till it's took away. When he deleted his channel, he didn't realise what his content meant to other people who watched it, enjoy it. And I think unless you're a narcissistic prick who probably thinks I need a Patreon or something, then you don't appreciate yourself, because you're just a normal person doing a normal channel who think it means nothing to no one, but it clearly does. And definitely. So that would be definitely one thing I think you should do, is do the VRs. Don't take a fucking break.
I love doing them. I love to see what other channels take away from it. You know, just go with it and see where you get. You know, it's great fun.
I mean, the 90s one that's done the round has brought back so much fucking nostalgia to me. Like stuff that everyone seems to remember, that one thing that someone else has forgotten. Then it starts clicking light bulbs there. Like Retro Bear mentioned today in his one about the animals of Farthing Wood. I remember that as a kid, and I wouldn't fucking watch it because I was adamant it was a fucking girls' program. But then when you go back and look at it, it was fucking dark. Something died every fucking week on it.
I still wanted to do this one, and I started looking.
Do you remember the 90s?
Yeah, and I fucking realised how old I am. Because
you're not older than Retro Bear. Like, he's like fucking Father Time in to the community. Sorry,
I'm
Russell.
older than Retro Bear.
I was looking at shit on my shelves.
How old is Retro Bear then?
And then it's like,
the other day, Retro Bear's 44 and I'm 45. I'm older than him.
Fuck off, man.
Seriously.
Fucking
I'm
hell,
not
he must have got
really
hard paper round. M5, M6, I think. Fucking hell. Honest to God, I thought Retro Bear was older than my brother. No offense, Russ, if you're watching. But you've aged badly.
I was literally looking at things and thinking, this is from 90s. And it was like, no, this shit's from 1981. I just like, I'm glad nobody tagged me in this because I am fucked off.
This has got to be a joke. Eddie reckons Retro Bear is 38. That is not fucking true. That's only a year older than me.
44.
Well, he's a lot younger than me if he is.
Fucking, he's a year older than me if he is. I don't think he went to my school.
I think Dylan said he's 45, same as me. I'm sure he was a year younger, 44.
Well, in a non-homosexual way, you've aged very well, Marcus.
I couldn't get served when I first turned 18. That was the thing. Baby face.
I remember, right, we used to get, because I used to go out drinking with my mates when I was like 16, 17. I'd go out like once a month with them down the clubs. And I remember when it was my 18th birthday and I turned up with like a fucking big massive 18 badge on. And the fucking bouncers just looked at me as if to say, he's been fucking coming here ages. It was brilliant, man, because I used to just go around with a bunch of lads who was older than me. So I almost like fucking passed by association sort of thing. So I want to talk a bit about music. Well, I want you two to talk a bit about music because your one thing was your 13 favourite albums, Dave. So is music a massive part of your like hobby as well? Because we were talking the other day how like cartoons and toys are still part of this hobby. Like, you know, it's all the nostalgia of when we were younger. And having you on tonight made me think, well, probably music that you used to listen to is probably a little nostalgia trip for you as well.
Yeah, I'm a big music fan. Mainly rock, Iron Maiden, Guns N' Roses. I am so fucking arsehole.
I went to see a Guns N' Roses tribute on their last show, man. The #1 UK Guns N' Roses tribute.
Dave starts singing something.
Yeah, Dave, what's your favourite Guns N' Roses song, and can we have the chorus?
You have no chance. I cannot fucking sing. Even though I'm pissed, I know I cannot sing. I'm a big fan of. I'm fucking shit. I can't remember. A song. I'm a big fan of a song. I can't tell you what it is.
What song is it, Dave? Just give us a couple of lines, and me and Marcus will guess what it is.
I'll name that tune in 3.
It's a song that they sung. That's all I can tell you.
Is it Paradise City? Take me down. Is it My Michelle? Well, you just
it's the one that's
Welcome to the Jungle.
No, a Bond theme.
Oh, Live and Let Die. Is it Live and Let Die?
Yeah.
Live and Let Die. See, I knew I'd fucking get it.
I like that fucker. That's awesome.
Did you pick Guns N' Roses in your fucking video? Because I've not watched that one yet.
I can't remember.
Dave, I won't lie. You've been my second worst guest behind Raz.
I am consistent. Shit. Consistent. Yeah.
Fucking, you've just come on here and got pissed. I wished everyone. Oh, have you got a fucking Vectrex?
Yeah.
How have I never noticed that before?
It's my baby.
Is it? What games you got for it?
I got the V2 card from.
I've got one. I've got one. That one. Where's my camera? There.
I don't know. I can't see you.
Fucking you blind as fucking yeah. Right, I'm going to find some questions for Marcus anyway because you're pissed, Dave. We'll come back to you in a sec.
I'll be here.
Don't drink too much.
I will.
So, like you said, your thing is with getting all these. What have you got hooked up to? What telly then? So, what do you think? Like, I know you've got the master system. I can see hooked up to that little CRT there. So what do you like having hooked up in RGB to what tellies?
I've got in the other room. I always done that little PVM there just to test stuff on. I've got an Xbox 360 set up on it, just because I'm a total geek, and I have it set up in. This is for Dylan in 480 interlaced on that one. So that's quite good. In the other room, I've got a 36-inch Toshiba CRT. I've got a BVM and a smaller 14-inch PVM, all hooked up through a extron cross point. So I have all of the components and RGB consoles hooked up in the other room to those things.
So fucking, you've got you got no Bang & Olufsen, you got no beef and onion.
No, I've got. Thing is, when HDTVs first come out, I bought. You can probably just see it a bit there. I've got two of them, Toshiba CRTE. They were about 1,500 quid. I bought one of them when it first came out, and it actually broke.
Okay, so that's going to be your next question that you've just read. I'll let you finish that
straight away. So I've got two of those CRTs, and the really nice CRTs. I just, like I said before, I love nerdy shit. So I like testing all these old consoles on different screens, that kind of thing. Just something I like doing with the different components, RGB, that kind of thing.
Have you got anything in tape mode like old Dave?
Well, you can't see it, but this I've got a modded Xbox 360 with entire Japanese shoot library on, and I can play all them in Tate mode with a monitor I can rotate. I did a video about that years ago. I've got a little stand for this HDTV. I've also got a CRT on a MAME setup there, which looks fucking ridiculous. 28-inch CRT on its side, but it plays beauty in 240p. So I've got those two things in tape mode.
You don't want that fucking wobbling over though, do you? The old CRT.
Well, every time the lads come and say, "Dad, that's going to fall off that," it isn't. It sounds as a pound. It's totally solid. But
that is such a dad thing to say.
Oh yeah, it's but it is even though it looks dead numb and fucking stupid. Yeah, I've got it's called an RGB Pi, which you plug on the top of your Retro Pi, and it outputs in 240p in RGB. It looks excellent on the CRT telly.
When you say pie, man, I've never used one of these. I just think of I could do with eating a pie. But
I like pie as well.
Hang
on, Dave, what type of pie are you talking about? Hairy pie?
Dave, one is the one that The Rock used to talk about. That kind of pie. Dave, what did you randomly shout during that? You all right, mate?
I'm here. I don't know.
He's like Father Jack, isn't he?
I respect. Dave, you're going to go down in infamy because of this stream. Your subs views are going to go through the roof. This is the level now your channel's going to be expected to be at.
Yeah, drunk and ear. That's it.
Drunk and ear, that's all you need. So, Dickhead says, ask Marcus about John Careless's plug.
Well, he was our best mate, and he always had a Commodore Plus 4 and a lot of the Commodore computers. But he had an older brother. He was fucking crazy. They didn't ever have a plug in the house. So he taught John, our mate, who was about 10, how to put a screwdriver in the earth point and put the wires straight in the wall and power it on that way. How he never killed himself is beyond me.
I've got a story, right? My sister used to live next door to my mum and dad's when we were growing up, once she'd moved out. And I used to babysit my nephew and niece. And I went around there and she got this fucking blender. And I wanted to make like a smoothie or something, but the back of the plug come off as I'm pushing it in. It's a fucking dickhead me. I was probably about fucking Tommy's age, so this is the sort of thing a fucking kid would do.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do is I'll line up them pins and then I'll push them in one at a time. So I'll fucking push a couple in, and then as the third one goes in, I've got the fucking socket turn off. Fucking hell, I've never hurt so much in my body and not know where it's come from. It like literally threw me back across the room. I just thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll have a can of pop.
I used to be an electrician doing it. The amount of shocks I've had, that's why I'm not an electrician anymore. It hurts quite a lot.
I tell you what, man, fucking, there's a running joke because since I've been working with my dad, like, if anyone's going to get electric shock, it's fucking always me, man. Always me. But the Sparky on one of the last jobs we did, he hadn't taped the wires up and he'd left some of them live, and he didn't say, well, you know what us plasters are like, we don't like the wires sticking out. So I fucking was pulling this wire up into the ceiling. Next thing I know, there's a big fucking bang, smoke everywhere, because the fucking wires had touched the metal box and just fucking blew everything up. But we did this one job, and every time I touched the wall, I was getting a shock. I was like, what the fuck? So anyway, I was getting paranoid because I was touching two walls when I got the shock, because I was scraping the wall and I was being lazy, leaning up the wall, scraping this wall. And I'm going ever such a belt. So I goes to Dad. I said, Dad, touch this wall. So he touches it and he gets nothing. He's giving him paranoid. I went, nah, fuck, man. Touch it. I'm fucking going. I said, Dad, this fucking wall's live because we just put the wet plaster on.
Yeah.
We call the electrician out. And even the electrician, like, he pulls out all his cables and he doesn't get a shock. And then he goes further down the wall. What is he? Someone had decided they didn't want to use a socket years ago and just fucking put it in the wall with no, like, just chopped it in with a fucking axe. But once I wet plaster on it, I'm getting fucking electrocuted everywhere. But literally, if anyone's going to get an electric shock, it's going to be me.
I remember once doing it around my in-laws, putting some sockets in for them. So they're doing Sunday dinner, and I'm putting the sockets in. And obviously, I'm getting a little bit complacent. Half the room was isolated, but with it being an old house, half the room wasn't. I didn't know that. I remember blowing this screwdriver in front of my eyes and going down for Sunday dinner. I couldn't fucking see.
I'll tell you what,
I was just eating Sunday dinner with a big flash in front of my eyes. I couldn't see a thing.
A guy who used to work with my dad, another plasterer, his brother is electrician, and he was actually sent blind, seriously, from a shock from a screwdriver, yeah. Because them sparks can send you fucking blind.
Yeah.
But that happened with that, the fucking, when that sparky was looking for that fucking wire that was looking wall, they dig around with a screwdriver, and the next thing you know, he's fucking got a big chunk missing out of his fucking flathead. Got fucking blown up. So, Dave, have you ever been shocked other than coming on here tonight?
Yeah. We work with big voltage. I've had a 3-phase, if that means help to you. A 3-phase electric shock about 4 or 5 years ago. I basically woke up hours later.
Fucking hell.
And you was on this stream, and you didn't know how you got here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
He woke up in the pub.
It's the best place to be. The best place to be. So you mentioned earlier about Tommy wanting the Xbox, whatever it's called, at Christmas.
Yeah.
I've said a couple of times on this. I think financially wise, I think they need to put it back 12 months.
I totally agree.
I can see it happening. I mean, I'll hopefully get one. I've got the Xbox One and the Xbox One X on release. So I would probably get the same with the Series X. But like you say, I'll be amazed if they don't put them both back and the PS5 till next year. Maybe springtime or something.
I think they've either got to go for 6 months, or if they want the big sales, put it back a year and wait till Christmas, because it's going to take longer than 6 months for everyone to not everyone, but like a high population of the country who buy games and stuff like that to recover financially. Because these machines, you're probably looking 600-700 quid. Are they going to be? Is the price they're talking?
Most of the components that come from China anyway, and that's obviously way to the worst, isn't it?
Well, hopefully there won't be no fucking corona attached to them by the time they fucking get here.
Could be a corona.
What you say, Dave? You all right, mate?
I just don't see a need for them.
What, the systems in general?
Yeah. Just wait.
Oh, I thought you meant at all, because I am going to be interested, because how much more can we push things graphically other than going down the VR route and getting VR right?
I'm interested to see how far they can go, but I just think with the money thing, everybody's struggling. Everybody's gonna struggle. I totally agree that it's just wait.
I think they will, because what they could both do is they could both financially ruin themselves. Sony and they've all both got, but definitely their console department, if they bring them out too soon, because they won't get the figures that they need. And then what will end up happening is they'll end up doing what they always have to do and reduce the price. And then obviously that affects the profit margin. And we all know how that affects other systems in years gone by, sort of thing.
Dreamcast, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, This could be, although it might not be a successful generation, the next one. Honestly, Retro 48K, the prices I've heard are 600 plus. You're right, Tommy. Tommy, come here a sec.
Put your head in.
I'm not paying that.
Duck down.
No, you're not going to be getting your Xbox come Christmas, mate. I'm going to be pushing that launch back, so don't get your fucking hopes up.
Okay.
All right, you ain't going to be getting it. Plus, Retro 48K reckons £400 to £500. I've heard figures of 600 plus. What do you think the prices will be, Tommy? How much do you think these next generation consoles?
I think it'll be similar to the Xbox One X.
450.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah. Well, if it's a new generation, they're not going to make it cost like £600, are they? If they want everyone to get it.
But they have done in the past, though, in there, and that's what they're saying. It's the parts that are the problems with the next two with the PS5 and with the Xbox. They're both really costly machines to make.
Well, PS3 was really expensive, wasn't it, on release?
Yep. Sega Saturn. Saturn was massively expensive compared to the others.
3DO was 450 quid in 1993. How big was that?
But that's the prices I'd heard in other groups when people have been like, you know, the concept arts and stuff like that. And I think it's down to because we're getting closer and closer towards what a gaming PC's like built into a console. And if you've got a gaming PC, you know how much you're paying for parts for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they're coming, someone's in the comments saying they've heard 800 quid. They won't sell at 800 quid.
No one's going to buy that, are they?
You're paying that.
I can't see it.
You say that though, but look at what people who are into PC gaming pay on a PC. You're talking $3,000 for like a top end.
How much of your PC, Tony?
2,000.
£2,000 PC.
So what Tommy's saying is he's not prepared to pay that much, but Dad will.
No, I think 2 years for it.
He actually did save up for it. Got
Fair play.
His allowance.
Fair play, man. That's good character, that is, and a good bit of commitment. I paid for my PlayStation 1 weekly. Tommy wouldn't remember this, like a catalogue. You used to order it and pay a bit each week. That's how I got my PS1, paying with my paper and money and allowance each week. Like,
I remember nearly ordering a CD TV out the catalogue. It was £1,000. Now, I wish I got it now because I'd have it, but £1,000 at the time was obscene. You could have bought a car for that. You know what I mean?
I want a CD TV.
You want what?
I want a CD TV. It looks so awesome.
Dave, you've got one. It's behind you. I'm just too drunk to remember. There it is.
Oh, shit, bastard. Yeah, I have.
But saying that, you know these B&Os that everyone buy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
back in the day, new, they were like £2,000 to £4,000 for a fucking TV.
Oh, they were insane when they come out.
I'd never heard of one till I got into gaming. Like, I was fucking poor, and I still am poor. But fucking, I never heard of them because, like, you know, we had fucking Bush and whatever, fucking Tectonic or whatever it was, the fucking cheapo brand TVs in our house. That's the sort of level we was at. But people talking. What's that say, Dave? You all right, mate?
Matsui.
Yes, fucking hell. All the cheapo shit brands that you wouldn't get a fucking fiver for now. But that's what I used to have. But everyone's talking about the prices. I do think like both Sony and fucking Microsoft are treading water now with what's happening, what they can charge for it. But was it like the PS3 when they reduced the price of that? They barely made anything per unit once they started selling them. Once they had to reduce them.
I mean, you look at what they did on that gen. If Xbox 360 hadn't have had the red ring of death, they'd have absolutely butchered PlayStation at the start. But obviously they didn't because it cost them fucking billions because that fall. But
see, that's the one thing that puts me off getting into Xbox or anything because I see them 10 a penny at the boot sale, and I shit you not, I won't pay more than a fiver for one because
I've
like
got a couple of the original ones which I've repaired myself and they're still going strong. But the newer models, they fixed that, and I like I say, I've got I think I've got about 9 set up in the house, in different rooms, all working.
You've got
fine,
9 Xbox 360s.
Yeah, I've got 4 set up in that room. I've got 2 in here. I've got one in the kitchen just in case I'm ever sat watching the dog. I can play in there. I've got one set in my garage as well.
Fucking hell, man! I've got one. I feel like I've not got enough Xbox 360 in my life.
Yes, I'm quite an Xbox 360 fan.
Go for black ones. I've got 5. No, but no.
Why am I the only one with one Xbox 360? Rad says B&O is. I'm not going to do the hurdy-gurdy because he's actually making a half decent comment. Is more of a fashion TV, but it's damn good. Very common over here since it's a Danish brand. Well, you don't live in Denmark, Raz. That would be like me saying it's common here because it's a Scottish brand. You're from fucking Sweden, Raz. Have you got one? I bet you. Well, Raz don't, because Raz only collects fucking modern games now. Just a modern gamer, and then he comes in here giving me crap. Yeah, Retro Godfather Dahl, who thought I was Bearded Manchild. Hello, welcome to the chat. I think I think they ended up selling PS3s at a loss. I believe they did, because I think they had to drop the price pretty early doors to catch up with what's it called? With the Xbox 360, and they ended up selling them at a loss. But I still love my PS3 because I'm a PS3 PlayStation fanboy. Carl's room has 5x. Look, one Xbox 360 is more than enough for me. That is for sure.
You haven't lived unless you got a minimum of 5, Dana.
I tell you what, I probably did have at one point more than both of you, but they were all in the shed to be fucking repaired and fucking sold and took to CEX.
Do you know you was on about funny stories with the kids?
Go on.
Do you want me to tell you one before we finish?
Yes, please.
And it is Xbox 360 related.
Okay,
So
definite then.
The Xbox 360 came with the Kinect. So when our two lads were young, they had one each in the bedrooms with a Kinect. So my wife once walked in on them, both stood in the bed waving the cocks at the Kinect on the screen. Which I don't think Bill Gates had in mind when he brought out this wonderful technology, the Kinect.
Oh, I so wish Tommy was in hearing distance when you told that story. Tell him he needs to watch back this stream tomorrow with his dad on that. That's brilliant.
Well, on one of our pickups, I got one of the porno VHS tapes, and I was trying to read it out. He didn't like that very much. He thought it was a bit embarrassing.
Fucking. I remember. Do you remember the iToy coming out for the fucking PS2?
Yeah.
And there was a window cleaning game that was to the George Formby song, fucking When I'm Cleaning Windows.
Yeah.
I used to fucking play it like fucking that, like you was doing wax on, wax off. Fucking, I broke one of my mom's fucking ornaments doing that, and I blamed it on my fucking brother.
My next door neighbour in our last house, the Wii had just come out. Now, obviously, the playing Wii golf. He was a proper golfer. He came round. You know what we like? We play golf on the sofa, just doing this. He readied himself up with a Wiimote, took his shot, smashed the fucking light fitting down, and cut his hand wide open doing it.
Yeah, you know what? I heard so many horror stories about the fucking Wii. Like all these people who broke the tellies because of it. It come with a fucking show. I will say though, like you said you used to play sat down. If I was playing a sports game on the fucking Wii, I was in that position.
Well,
Like fucking, as you say with golf, I was stood up. Fucking like tennis, I was like fucking Anna Kournikova. I was smashing it and fucking everything. Men no different.
Doing a ball.
You know which game I love the most on the party game, and I've saw it somewhere. Someone's been streaming it either on the internet or it's on one of the sports shows. You know when they chuck the fucking sack into like a hole. Like they have these like bean bags and they throw them into a fucking hole. That's a competitive sport in America. I shit you not. They've got they have the bowling shirts and the dart shirts and everything in the UK. Fucking, there's a competitive sport with people watching them throw fucking bean bags in a hole.
You could do that piss, couldn't you?
It's that one.
Well, that's what it is. It's a pub sport. It's an American pub sport. Because the thing is with Americans, they have to play stuff because they're a little bit simple, aren't they? And like you got to be played in the redneck areas. If there's anyone from America, I'd like to apologise, but I don't give a fuck. They play darts with the soft tips, don't they? Because them fucking, them fucking not. They can't do the maths for a start, so they need the soft tip to fucking add up. And two, they fucking take the barman's eye out. But yeah, they play this fucking game where you chuck the beanbag in the fucking. I'd love to know if anyone in the comments knows what that guy. Hacky sack? Is it hacky sack? See, I thought hacky sack was one of them.
Hacky sack was when you did kick ups with a hacky sack.
Yeah, kick up with a. Remember the juggling balls?
Yeah, it's on California Games.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's not hacky.
Yeah.
Do you remember California Games, Dave?
Yeah.
Wasn't you world champion in 1987 California Games?
No, I was consistently shit at it like I am at everything else.
Now I've got someone saying hairy sacks. I know it's definitely not called hairy sack.
Haven't you ever thrown a hairy sack into a hole?
Not recently.
I tried to, but I got told not to.
Dave, I don't think you'll be very accurate tonight, mate. How many can? That's it. This is what we're going to do. Dave, can we have a can count? How many we've got left?
We've got loads. We've got loads.
Okay, how many empties have you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That we've got a new record here for the stream. Not in viewerships, but it is definitely in beers because I had 8 on the one, and you've just done me by 1.
Dave, it's shocking a few more out here. Win it.
Someone's saying it's called cornhole now. I'm thinking of Beavis and Butthead, but there's 2 people telling me it's called cornhole.
No, I think cornhole is something entirely different.
That's 10.
There is a cornhole switch game. I don't know whether these lot are winding me up or it's actually, I just think of fucking Beavis and Butthead.
If there's a cornhole switch game, Dylan will have it on limited run.
Dylan's got it sealed. Dylan's got it sealed. I actually was shocked earlier because Dylan shared a first in the group a picture of his Switch with a game next to it open and being played. A fucking tear coming to my eyes. Right, someone says, real generic demon. He must know you, Dave, because he only asks questions to you. Ask if Dave can lock the front door.
No. That's an old video.
Was you struggling to lock the front door?
Basically, I've been out for a work stew. And,
he was pissed again.
Was you drunk, Dave?
Yeah, I was absolutely arsehole, and I was incapable. Absolutely incapable of letting myself in the house or shutting the door.
Is this on YouTube?
No, it's on Facebook. But my wife posted the video, and basically I'm rolling about the floor, and I am fucking arsehole.
To be honest, I'm glad some of my mates deleted their older Facebook accounts because there's a video of me drunk in an alleyway up Stourbridge, leaning up a wall like this, having a wee. And my hand slips and I headbutt the wall and then I just fall backwards. My mates have got a video of me doing that. And I was proper having like a primary school wee as well when the trousers are completely down to your ankles. I like this. My mate says, you're like staring at your hand slips, your headbutt where your hand was, and then you just fell back.
Yeah, no, I'm not capable of shutting the door, ever.
Right, quickly, before we go, this is going to be the last question before we do the sign-offs. As all 3 of us are winner of YouTuber of the Month, how do we feel about how it's not how it's being hosted, but I don't think in the current situation it's benefiting anyone. It being hosted by an American channel doesn't help us being British nominees, and us being British nominees constantly doesn't help them as an American channel. Plus, the bastards keep changing the rules because they've told Gus Newton he had to nominate people who'd made 3 videos a month. So, Marcus, if you want to go first.
Well, after all that went on when we were both up for it, I wish I'd never been nominated. And all I'll say is, like that. What you're doing now is better for all of our community than that ever will be. So it's obviously it's really nice to be nominated, and I think it shouldn't be anywhere over 500 subs. It should be about a shout for the little channels.
Yeah,
I don't know why people can just make this arbitrary decision that it's up to 3,000. It shouldn't be. It should be about bringing on little channels.
Well, the story
why would you need a shout out nomination if you've got 3,000 subs? I don't get that at all.
Well, originally, if I'm correct, it was originally 1,000. When it was invented, it was always 1,000. Which, going back years ago, 1,000 was a lot easier to hit than it is nowadays. If that makes sense. But when it went over to America, the first guy put it up to 2,000. Then Do You Nerd put it up to 3,000. And the only reason I can think they could do that is because they're thinking if bigger channels get nominated, then their channel instantly gets more subs.
Maybe.
Which to me, as the host, you should never be. He's opening more beer. You should never be more important than the people who are up. And as you say, like when we were up, I mean, the reason I was doing my little nomination videos and stuff, backstory is because that was when my mom was first took ill and I needed something to focus away from that. And the fact that I was up, it almost gave me a release of like, I ain't got to worry about visiting my mom and stuff. I could just be myself and piss about a bit with my nomination video, like when I did the one from the shed, when I did the one in my boxes and stuff like that. And to be honest, I almost wished I was up against no one who I knew or watched, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I spoke to you separately. If I'd have been up against 4 people who I didn't fucking watch and I didn't interact with, I wouldn't have been bothered. But it did get messy with that. But if anything, me and you started talking out more of that, and that was a good thing. And as you say, these streams are probably doing more than, because I don't think the Americans care when Americans aren't up, is my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is better than anything. And if once this is all finished, you do this once a week, I'll be watching every week. I'm sure everybody in the chat will be. It's the best thing ever. And who cares if someone with 3,000 subs gets nominated? I mean, I must admit, I have been watching YouTube of the Month for a number of years. I do like it because I have seen and interacted with a lot of new channels which are low in subs, but the ones with 3,000, they're already done it, haven't they? Why do they need more exposure?
Well, that's it. And as I say, I purely think it's because they want that number, because they want a big channel to be up and they gain subs from it. Because I suppose in the theories, if it's a different person from a different group and he's got 3,000 subs, if they only gain like 10%, it's 30 subs each month, which I don't know to you, but to me, 30 subs a month is a big figure to gain each month.
Mind you, if you look at the month we were both up, they must have been loving it who were hosting it. See how many fucking comments there was.
Well, I will say this, right? Yeah, because I nearly said to him, your channel's never been so fucking popular. It got the most fucking views, the most comments, anything. I did enjoy that beer as well that they fucking made us drink. I know Mr. Bads didn't like it, but I thought it was all right.
I loved that. Like, it was very nice. Tommy didn't appreciate it very much, but I liked it. I drank it.
How about you, Dave? Because you were one of the early ones. We winning the old YouTuber of the month, one of the British ones, and you did your interaction at your front door. Do you remember it, Dave?
I do vaguely. I'm a bit mess. A bit. I think I'm fucking arsehole.
Just tell us, Dave. Just lay it off your chest, man, because it's clearly something you're feeling strong about.
I don't agree with it. I like you young small channels.
Oh, I'm so glad you said fucking channels at the end of that.
I like people who are doing this for the fun of it. People who are doing it for the collection, for the shit they collect, the plastic shite. I like people who are just doing it because they want to do it. The American channels, a lot of them just, I mean, let's be honest, they're fucking wankers. They are wankers. They just want to do it because they think it's going to make a living for themselves, and it's not, is it? It's not.
I'll tell you what, what I'll say is with America, there's obviously a lot of people who want to be this TV presenter, but if you delve down, there are some good small American channels. In fact, that might be a video I might do. He's like 5 American channels that are worth watching, because there are some little guys over there who are just like us, you know, airy arse blokes who fucking like collecting games, who sit in the games room. And I imagine they get lost even more in the mix than we do, because every other fucking channel that's created wants to be that fucking, you know, on the next TV show sort of thing.
I watched one, I think he's called Iowa Retro Gaming Dad or something. He's only got about 200 subs.
Yes, he subs to me. Iowa Retro Gaming
Dad. We do, and he's a great guy. I like watching his channel.
I think there's one. I want to say his name's Retro Obsessed. He's just, you know, he sells on eBay, but he collects games, and he's just like us, you know. He sits in front of his setup, talks about games. He's not like going, got some shit fucking jingle for a start, because that YouTuber of the month jingle pisses me off. It's the fucking cheesiest thing I've ever heard. But you know, there are some, and unfortunately, we're tagging them as a general because there's that many American ones that they're almost like commercialized, corporized, like, you know, to be a product or a brand. Whereas there's a few others.
I just don't get it.
I mean, the thing is, the current hosts, I must say, I've been watching them for years, since they had about 500 subs, and I actually do like their content. So I know they've got like really good production values and things. I don't mind that. Well, I do like their content, but I think they've been embroiled in what's happened this year, and they're probably not enjoying it. But at least they're doing it for the end of the year. Do you know what I mean?
I think they took it on thinking this was the next step for our channel.
Yeah.
But it's not, as I say, it's not benefiting any community. Like us UK guys, the Americans are going to watch us and think, what the fuck is this? We're not subscribing to that. We're not going to view to that. And in the other return, they're not gaining anything because ideally they want other little American channels or other American channels on to get their channel some more exposure. So it's currently not benefiting anyone.
Go on, Dave. I was they found me rather than I found them, and they were all over my channel. You're sold this, you're sold that, and then it's just I think it's just shit. People do it a lot. You see, they say your channels are awesome, and they're not. They're just after subs. I just find it disappointing.
I did say I don't think he do you nerd sub for me for a bit, and then what's it called? The guys who host it now, Gaming Off Grid, they did. But I think they just blame me for all the hassle that happened our month, and they fucking hate me now.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I just don't like it. It pisses me off. If you really like a channel, then watch the fucking channel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like Dave, I don't fucking watch yours, mate. Fuck you. I'm only joking.
You watch it, it's shit.
I want to see you play more games played badly.
No, don't watch me. I'm fucking shit. Watch somebody else.
Yeah, bro. I
want
learned
Dave
from
to
your
start
mistakes.
live streaming hammered. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Dave's live streaming badly.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we've somehow got through the 2 hours, man. We're in the last 4 minutes. Dave, thank you for your 10 minutes of eligible talking at the beginning, and your drunken waffleage since then has been brilliant. You have tested my hosting skills to the most. Thank you very much. What I like to do is sign off with you guys each giving a message to the people who have been watching. So, Marcus, if you want to go first, then Dave.
Well, what I've noticed this weekend, we've been warm. I'm obviously back at work tomorrow anyway. It's nice and warm. People are starting to come out and about. So I would say don't be a twat and stay indoors.
Totally agree.
Best message. Dave, what's your final message other than saying totally agree?
Just stay safe. Just stay safe, mate.
And drink Stella.
Drink Stella. Yeah.
Thank you. It has, in seriousness, been a pleasure getting you both on. You were both guys who I was asked to reach out to. I've been reaching out to tons of people. I've got tons of guests. And if I've messaged you and saying you're coming on, you will do. It's just I try and juggle things out best like I've done for Marcus and Dave. So I know they're both back at work. You've both been great guests. I hope you've enjoyed it. So thank you. Dave, you enjoyed it, mate?
Absolutely enjoyed it, mate. Brilliant.
Brilliant. I'm just going to drop you both backstage while I just do my sign out, and then I'll speak to you in a sec. See you later. Right, guys, that I've enjoyed that, man. Marcus and Dave are both great lads. Dave has tested my hosting skills to the most. As I say at the beginning, I felt like Terry Wogan with Oliver Reed on, but we got through it. And what I will say, a drunken man often speaks the truth. So, a lot of what's coming out of Dave's mouth is from the heart. And Marcus as well pulled no punches. We're all here about the British, not just the British community, the gaming community in general are in it to be hobbyists, whether you're from fucking America, whether you're from Britain, whether you're from Sweden, whether you're from Japan, Holland, fucking the Outer Hebrides, wherever the fuck that is. I don't even really know. It might not actually be a place. But thank you all for watching. I've noticed the Retro Godfather's popped in tonight. X-Files, who everyone's mentioned, has popped up in the comments. Man, I'm hoping this guy's coming back to YouTube. Let's not pressure him, but it's good to see him in the comments. Good to see Retro Godfather. Tomorrow's Sunday. It's my day off, day of rest. But thank you all for constantly supporting the stream, constantly being in the comments. I hope it's been of some sort of entertainment to you all. So, back on Monday, 8 o'clock. Don't be late. Don't be too early either. Take it.